Sometimes women come up with their fears of vaginal changes after a childbirth. My vagina is going to be very painful. I might not have a normal sex after vaginal delivery. The vagina might get very loose, become wider. I might lose my control on peeing or passing stools. So today, Dr. Sudeshna, I'm going to talk about the vaginal changes after childbirth. When you give birth, the baby travels from the womb through the mouth of the womb or the cervix into the birth canal or the vagina, and then out of the vagina. So the mouth of the vagina has to stretch to let the baby come out. Often there is a small cut which is given in the skin between the vagina and the anus, an area which we call perineum, to facilitate this delivery of the baby. And this cut is usually stitched with some dissolvable stitches. This is medically called episiotomy. So whatever changes that happens in the vagina after childbirth is because of this stretching, because of the cuts and the minor bruises that can happen during childbirth. What are these changes? 1. Soreness and pain around that area. It is perfectly okay to have a little bit of a pain, swelling and difficulty in sitting or walking after a few hours or a few days after childbirth. You will be given antibiotics, you are given painkillers to get rid of this pain and to help healing better. Sometimes we even ask you to sit on a tub with warm water and medications so that the dirty fluid is washed away and the healing is better. With each passing day, the pain and soreness should go down, and the swelling should also get down and the movements get easier. If, however, the pain is not improving or the swelling is increasing and the pain is increasing, you should talk to your doctor. A wide vagina. You might feel that after a childbirth, your vagina might look a little more open or feel loose or feel wider. Now, the openness usually goes off in a few days after delivery. And these changes are again temporary because vagina is an elastic organ. As good as it can elongate and stretch, it can also contract and come back to its normal size or normal tone. Now the million-dollar question is, will my vagina come back to as it was after a vaginal childbirth? Well, the answer is unlikely that it will completely come back to its normal as it was. However, it will come close to what it was with a little bit of pelvic floor exercises and a good repair. Your partner might not feel any difference while having sex after a vaginal childbirth. But if you still feel loose after about 3 to 4 months, then it's a good idea to see a good physiotherapist and have targeted physiotherapy. 5. Painful sex or discomfort while having sex. One can resume sex only after about 6 weeks after a birth, whether it is a cesarean or a normal delivery. Usually, unless and until you have a very, very major injury in form of cut in the or tear in the control muscles called the sphincter muscles, sometimes what we call it as a 3rd or 4th degree perineal tear. Unless and until that happens, sex should not be very painful once you resume it after childbirth. It might be a little uncomfortable, it might be a discomfort because of the dryness, but that is just temporary.